Hello, my ladies. Welcome back. Thank y'all for joining me for another video. So today I'm going to talk about something that's very near and dear to my heart. And this is pretty much for all of my people out there that are just kind of feeling like stuck. You feel like life is just passing you by. You don't really know where you're going. And you feel like you're watching everyone else kind of just achieve their dreams. And you're just like, what the heck? You know what I'm saying? Like, when am I going to be happy? When is life going to be good for me? This is for y'all, okay? I have been there and it is not an easy place to get out of, but with a little work, honestly, and a little intention, you can go a long way, okay? So today I'm gonna be talking to you guys about why it's so important to have a vision for your life. A vision for your life is just basically how you see yourself in the future, what you think your life is gonna be like. So, if anyone has had that question, oh, what do you think your life is going to be like in 20 years? That is basically your vision for yourself. For one, I think it's so important to have a vision because without a vision, you really don't know where you're going, in all honesty. Like, without a vision, you don't really have a clear path. You don't have any kind of direction. And you're just doing things pointlessly, honestly, without any kind of end goal in mind. For me, when I thought about, okay, what do I think my life is going to be like in 20 years? I just figured, okay, well, I'm going to be fabulous. I want to be successful and I want to be loved, right? And then when I had those three words in place, that kind of gave me some direction and where to go. So, if I'm going to be fabulous, that means I have to be fit, I have to be beautiful, and I want to have a lot of money to buy nice clothes, right? If I want to be successful, that means anything I have to do, I really have to put intention towards it. And I also have to do something that's also fun for me, to be honest, because I'm a Sagittarius and y'all know we don't like doing things for too long that are boring, that we feel like doesn't serve a purpose to our soul. So I knew if I wanted to be successful, it had to be in that kind of career. And by being loved, I just wanted to be loved by the people around me. I didn't want to have anyone in my life that I feel like didn't truly, genuinely love me. And honestly, with those three words, I kind of just set off into motion, for real. So, and I feel like when you have that vision, when you have that direction, you're never going to get stuck, A lot of us, we're probably working, jobs or something that we don't like right now. And when you're at that job that you hate and you don't have a vision, it can get really hard, honestly. It really can get hard because you feel like you're just waking up each day. You hate every day that you're going to work. You're like, man, this job sucks. I don't know what I'm going to do after it. And you just have no plan. But when you have a vision, even if you're in a crappy situation or, a crappy career right now that you don't love, you put intention towards that career, right? So let's say you're at a job right now that you hate and you're just like, when am I going to advance? When am I going to advance, right? You need to really decide why you're there, and you need to pretty much have that reason fit into your greater purpose, your greater vision for your life. So I feel like if I'm at a job that I don't like, three purposes that I could have for being there would be either to advance in that career field or that company, to save up, you know what I'm saying, and just increase my savings, or to be paying off some debt. So that way that leads me to being more financially free in the future, right? Or to have a career that I actually love in the future. You need to have a why, honestly. You just need a why you're going to school. Because even with school, man, you are going to get a degree, but it's hard right now to stay encouraged and stuff for going to school. You see people saying every day how, oh, they went to school for 12 years, they got their doctorate, you know what I'm saying? And they're just stuck. They don't know what they want, you know what I'm saying? And nobody wants to be that. So if you're in school right now, you need to ask yourself, what is your purpose for going to school? And how does going to school and getting that degree really fit into your greater vision for your life? And with that, it's not going to feel so monotonous, honestly. It's not going to feel like you're just getting up every day doing something you hate. It's going to give you a purpose, and you need that purpose to really just keep you driven and to keep you going, okay? My second thing, if you're going to have that vision, once you have that in mind, you shouldn't entertain anything that doesn't align with that vision, to be honest. So let's say you're in a relationship, right? For me, one of my visions for my future is to be loved. To me, to be loved, I want to be in a loving, happy marriage, right? if you want to be married in a certain point of time, you really shouldn't be entertaining any kind of situation that doesn't align with that, honestly. So if you're having, you find yourself keep having all these meaningless relationships that just kind of come and go, these meaningless situationships, you really need to like settle down, honestly, and just stop. And maybe think about what you really want in a partner, right? Like for me, I wrote a list. I wrote a list of everything I would love for my partner to have, right? Whether it's successful, spontaneous, adventurous, romantic, you need to write down your list of what you want. And going forward, don't entertain anybody that doesn't really fit to that list, to be honest. Like for me, I spent a lot of time in relationships with men that I really didn't see a future with, honestly. And I was just kind of thinking, oh, I'm young and I have all the time in the world, you know what I'm saying? But once you hit that mid-20 mark, to be honest, like it gets real. And you're just like, okay, I'm tired of these games. I'm tired of playing. I'm ready to have something that, even if I'm not like getting married tomorrow, at least a relationship that kind of fits into those requirements, you know what I'm saying? And that just builds your greater understanding of relationships, of yourself, and is going to somewhat fit into your journey of eventually, being happy, being married. If you want to have friends that are like, a friend group, like a Sex and the City girlfriends kind of friend group, where you have a bunch of women that are, strong, sexy, confident, that you can rely on. Stop entertaining these chicks that don't fit into that, honestly. Like, really, when I had to think about having things in my life that aligned with my vision, I had to cut some people off, to be honest. I had to cut out some relationships with people. I had romantic, platonic friendships. Like I really had to either cut them off or just kind of subtract their level of importance from my life. And it's not a selfish thing, to be honest, but well, okay, yeah, it is selfish, honestly. It's selfish, but it's selfish as in you want the best life possible for yourself. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, to be honest. Just wanting the best life possible for yourself. And in order to do that, you really just can't play games with things that don't align with what you want, honestly. So yeah, I just think if it doesn't fit into that goal, throw it out, to be honest, and don't give it your time, don't give it your attention, period. The third reason why I feel like it's so important for you to have a vision is because each day has a purpose. And you're not just waking up like, oh, well, what am I doing today? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you're building small habits that is going to eventually lead up to a greater lifestyle, right? So for me, I wanted to be a woman that was, again, fabulous, successful, and loved. So I really had to think about what kind of traits does a woman that already has those things possess? What does her routine look like? What kind of books does she read? What kind of television shows does she watch? What kind of friends does she have? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does her day look like? And when I realized, okay, well, a woman that is successful and fabulous, she's probably not waking up at, 12 o'clock p.m. She's probably not waking up at 2 every day. And when she gets up, she probably has an agenda. You know what I'm saying? She probably has a purpose for each day. Even if you're not there yet, you can still start practicing, to be honest. So that way, when those opportunities do come into your life, it doesn't feel foreign to you to be driven, to be hardworking, to just every day, be organized and be on top of your game. That way, it's literally just second nature to you. And again, you've been practicing for this success, so it's not going to be overwhelming, to be honest. I feel like, a lot of people, we claim that we want something, right? Like we claim that we want greatness, but we don't practice on how to be great. And people that are great, they practice on how to be great, to be honest. And then whenever God puts that opportunity in front of them, they're ready for it because they're like, look, I've been practicing for this, honestly, for the last 5 years. I've been practicing for this. So now that I have it, I'm ready for it. I'm not about to just mismanage it because I don't feel like I'm worthy for it. I think a lot of people, they have like imposter syndrome once they do get into these big jobs and stuff like that, because they don't feel like they're deserving of it. They're like, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, I was the guy at a party every night. I was the guy getting blackout drunk. And now I'm this dude making six figures and, is successful, has a family and stuff like that. It feels foreign. So you really end up feeling like you don't deserve those things. But when you practice that lifestyle every day, I deserve this. Like, I put in the blood, sweat, and tears to be right here in this position. And you don't think about anything else, to be honest, but how you earned that position. And the last reason I feel like is just so important to have a vision for your life is, this is for my younger people too, especially. Don't mismanage your youth, honestly. Like, a lot of people, they think, okay, I'm young right now, I can get to it later. Don't get to it later, babe. Try to get to it now. You know what I'm saying? Not that you shouldn't enjoy your life. You should definitely enjoy, your early 20s, and stuff like that. But while everyone is out just kind of sleeping away their days, drinking away their days, you could really be getting an advantage on life by preparing right now, to be honest, by, still having fun and stuff, but look, I'm trying to be somebody someday, so I can't do the same things that y'all do each day. You know what I'm saying? And that's also why I think it's important to just surround yourself with good people and people that have the same vision as you, that have the same drive as you. Because that way, you're not just so tempted to go out every single day because your friends are going out every single day. Have friends that are getting to the business just like you. And that way, when y'all are older in your 30s and stuff, y'all could be taking trips around the world, all be successful, all earning your own homes and stuff like that, because y'all have been putting in the work, honestly. A lot of people, I feel like they just kind of finally start taking their life seriously once they get in like their 30s, to be honest. Like, they're like, oh my God, like I'm 30. Like, it was a surprise. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't know it was coming. But really, you knew it was coming, so prepare for it, honestly. These people that y'all see that are, rich and famous and stuff like that, they didn't just start working, to be honest. Like, they've been putting in that work. Think of people like, Megan Thee Stallion, for one, right? Like, an entertainer. She could have just went to Texas Southern and just been like, you know what? I'm in college. I'm just going to go to class. I'm going to drink and I'm going to party, right? But no, she made sure that even though she was in class and stuff like that, she was popping up out them cars and giving us freestyles and stuff and literally just building up her momentum. And that way, when her time came, she was ready, honestly, because she had been putting in that work. And then eventually she went and accomplished all of those other goals. While a lot of people her age that she went to class with, only thing they really had to show was a degree. You know what I'm saying? While she was putting in work for her dreams and also doing her day-to-day things that were important, And I just feel like your youth is a time where you should really be learning yourself. You know what I'm saying? Explore the world, set your goals and stuff before you do get dragged down with all of that responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, build up your savings, because the real world is hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you get out of college, once you get out of high school, like, it just goes and it really doesn't stop, to be honest. So save yourself some heartache by really just preparing early, okay? One of my favorite sayings, if you fail to prepare, you're preparing to fail. So if you're just living life right now and you're like, man, I don't know what I'm doing, but it's okay because I'm only 24. So, I'll get to it later. Like, once I start 28, 29, I'll start, basically doing something with my life. No, you need to start doing something with your life now, honestly, because if not, you're literally just preparing for a life of struggle and playing catch up to the people that have been putting in the work for years, honestly. And nobody wants to do that, because now all your peers done surpassed you. You feel like a failure when you really could just be putting in that work literally right now, okay? And, it's hard. I know it's really hard to get out of that rut, when you're just kind of like depressed, you're down, you feel like you don't know what you want to do with your life. But honestly, to me, it's harder to stay there, because I feel like when you're staying there, you're literally just accepting a life that you hate, when you really could be working towards a life that you really love, honestly. And they're both hard, to be honest. They're both hard, but you could either be working hard to be successful or working hard to be a failure, to be honest. And I don't mean to be like super just cut and dry like that, but That's really the reality of it, honestly. So if that's not the life you see for yourself, if you see yourself successful, you see yourself happy in life, start building that plan, man, and really start working for it now. Start having intention each day and just give your life a purpose, because we all really do have a purpose, but it's up to you, you know, whether you want to choose to be great or whether you want to just live a mediocre life, honestly. So, that's all I got for today for you guys. I love y'all so much, and I just want y'all to live y'all's best life. Be healthy, happy, peaceful individuals, okay? Y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have your big three for what you see in your future, go ahead and comment it down below. Honestly, share it with the world and start manifesting, okay? Thank you. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.